That night 5 years ago, we destroyed what for many was a symbol of hope. For a reason they'll never know. We cannot blame them for thinking us the cause of their misery. Though it's to give them a better tomorrow, they see only that we've made their lives harder today.
Where the hell are you, Sid?
Yet the boil must be lanced if it is to heal.
Where the hell are you?
I can't help but wonder if we've made the right choice.
But Sid said that he wanted to create a world where we were free. Free to choose our own path. I honestly don't think it mattered to him if that choice was right or wrong. Only that it was our own.
I know who you are. And if you think I'm gonna let you have him. Think again.
I miss him.
A world where we can live and die as equals. That's what he wanted. What we want. And that's why I bear his name. It's why we've all chosen to bear his legacy.
I'm sorry, Clive. Had I arrived but a moment sooner.
I'm not going to let anything stand in our way.
Joshua. Ride's over, lovebirds. Home sweet home.
Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI. So, a lot of stuff happened in the last one. I don't even know if I can fully go over it because it would probably take all episode with how much I still think about it. So I had a lot of time to edit the last episode and make the intro video to this one, and got to fully appreciate every scene finally, because I did not want to pause in the middle of that, but oh my god, a lot happened. So we're 5 years later. We destroyed the Mother Crystal at Sandbreck. Sid gave his, well, I don't know if he technically like gave his life so much as he was killed. And Ultima, we learned about Ultima. Still have so many questions about like everything. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna bring up the board to save us a little time. So, hold on. First of all, this one, we didn't get too much answered, honestly. But now I have completely different questions. I mean, we figured out why a little bit of why Joshua was avoiding Clive. Not avoiding him, but more so we figured out that he does still care for him. Actually cares for him a lot. We figured out that "we found you" refers to Ultima. He seems to speak in the third person, or there are multiple of him. It seems like anytime he dies, he just like recreates himself. He can't be killed. Also, Joshua did mention formless. Or not formless. Did he say formless? I can't remember. Which would refer to that he must be stopped right there. Still don't know about the murals, but I'm going to move on from that. On the new board that I've created, I have quite a few questions. One, where did the Imperials go? When we were going through that dungeon, Sid and Clive were discussing that they clearly like left. They were trying to keep the Akashic in, and they were preparing to leave the capital. Now we saw the scene with the Emperor, and he talked about conquest and going south. I took that as expanding Dominion, but it seems like they were abandoning and expanding. So by going south, I don't know where they were planning to go, because clearly they didn't go to Dalmec or Dalmekia. it's Hugo still got control over that, so maybe they went over to Rosaria. I don't know. We'll find out, hopefully, eventually. The questions section is basically stuff that I just hope to see answered in the near future. How has magic been affected? I don't know. I'm sure we're gonna learn about that, but Sid did mention, like, people are gonna rely on bearers and dominants more because, you know, they can't use their ether crystal anymore in those areas, I guess. I mean, I'm sure the rest of the areas near the other crystals are still functioning for now until we destroy them. So, then what happened to Joshua after? I really want to know. That's not a question I have anything to discuss about because I have no idea, but there's no way he died, obviously. That would be impossible. What happened to him after is the burning question that I have. Like, Joshua's a big part of the what I'm thinking about a lot right now in this game. Why did Ultima appear right after destroying the crystal? Why there? Why then? The portal, Typhon appearing. The timing is interesting. I'm sure it has relevance, but I don't know if we're going to get that answer in the near future. I think we'll get it eventually, though. Who set Sid up? This should have been a theory thing, more so. I think Barnabas did. I don't know why I think it, but I think Barnabas probably... I don't know. I felt some sort of... There was that scene where Benedicta and him were together in the bedroom, and they were talking about stuff, and it seemed like he had just a hint of, like, I don't know, hatred, not hatred. Like, he had some hatred for Sid. Also a little bit of jealousy seemed to be going on. I don't know. But after Benedicta died, I wouldn't doubt, I don't know enough about Barnabas yet, but I wouldn't doubt that he would do that. So that's my theory so far as to who set up Sid. I don't know if we're ever going to find out. Like, honestly, it could have been anyone. It could have just been a catalyst. Hell, it could have been Sid. Maybe he just wanted to actually, like, rile up Titan. Maybe. I don't know. Theories. The Fallen created Ultima for war. I've played other Final Fantasies. Ultima weapon is almost always created by something. Some ancient beings. That's the most likely theory in my mind. If it doesn't fit that pattern, then he's a god of some sort. But, like, I'm still fully believing that right now. And then Ultima killed the Fallen. Like, that was their downfall in my mind. No real, evidence of that yet. But that's just what I believe. I hope we can learn more about them. Ultima Realm with Dark Eikons. It's not a theory so much as a please let something like that happen, because I would love that. Because clearly Clive got his soul sucked into that other area. Like, after rewatching the scene and seeing Typhon reach out his hand, when he, like, desperately grabbed before he got pulled in, like, something came from Clive. Like, he wasn't just, like, in his head. His soul actually got pulled into this thing. I'm just going to call it Ultima's Realm for now, because I have no idea. Dark Eikons, the only idea I have behind that is, like, Typhon seemed like it could have been, like, a dark version of something. Dark version of, I would say wind, but I didn't see any wind. As for notes, Sid says he knows who Ultima is. That's kind of a big note. Sid actually knew something and died before we could ever learn anything about that. Him and Joshua said he learned about him over his many travels. So Ultima's pretty well known in, like, some sort of circle that Clive isn't aware of. So hopefully we can learn more about that. Sid's daughter is in Conver. I think that's what they said. Why did I put that in there? I don't know. I just wanted to make it known because I'm hoping that she's going to be part of the game. I'm actually going to theorize is completely random, and it could be wrong, but I'm going to be pretty happy if it is right, that Margrace's attendant would be Sid's daughter. It's probably not true, but that would be pretty random. Joshua, Gav, Goots, and Tarya. Tarya unaccounted for. What the hell? I haven't looked around the Hideaway yet, obviously. So, yeah, they're probably here. You know, most of them, not Joshua, obviously. But, like, most of them are probably around here. If not, they're still unaccounted for. But since I haven't looked around, that's what's that. And the last things, I wrote a bunch of random things. Titan's the next battle, obviously. That's my prediction. Yep. I don't see a reason he wouldn't be. That we'd be meeting Joshua's friend soon. I really hope we do, because that's like the only link I think we'll have to like learning more about Joshua for Clive. Like Clive needs to learn more about him. Now that he has to have some idea. It's been 5 years. And since he saw Joshua there, he has to know. Rescuing slaves from the Ironbloods. I honestly hope we do. I want some sort of like Jill story there, you know? Some sort of resolution, because she really wanted to protect her countrymen. And she couldn't, or, you know, we like took her back. So like they are still in danger. And Jill literally only became Shiva for them. So hopefully that's a plot point at some point where we get to go help them. That was just a prediction that I believe we'll get to at some point. And I just want to learn more about the Fallen. I really do. Like, of course I do. Who doesn't? I would assume. Like, that's something very important. Random thoughts. I want to learn more about Dion too. Dion is interesting. I rewatched the post-Garuda scene where he turned into Bahamut and stuff, and I realized we've only seen him once. But he has this, like, obvious attitude of being, like, the only potential kind of good guy, in my opinion. Just the way he, like, seems to care for his father, even though his father seems like a prick. There's something about it. About his, how do you put it? I don't know, because we know that the Emperor only became Emperor because his son was Bahamut. So they don't seem to be coming from like a, you know, noble stuck up ground. Well, maybe noble, but like not royal. And I have a feeling that he might be a good guy. I really hope so. Next note, Joshua's a badass, apparently. I just wanted to say that. It's very clear. Apparently, he's just entirely badass. I didn't think he was going to be that badass, but I'm very impressed with him, honestly, at this point. Ultima must have some sort of control over space and time. That's a big one. I don't know if it's true at all, and obviously don't, you know... don't hit me too hard with this negative, you know. These are just random theories. I'm not like super smart and good at putting things together. But Joshua did absorb Ultima. Clive saw a hooded man 18 years ago, and the only way, there's no reason it would have been a hooded man. There's like no reason. But the man we saw was Ultima. It was not just Clive, because when we like confronted ourselves, we kept hearing in our head like grow stronger and then a, like evil laugh, and that was clearly Ultima. And they also said we found you when he was the hooded man. That's how Ultima talks. He literally speaks in third person basically, or is multiple people, one of the two. But yeah, if Joshua absorbed him, and then Ultima has the ability to like control time and space, that means he would have like used Joshua's body to like communicate with Clive. And that would have to apply to the past too, which would explain the hooded man completely, in my opinion. So that's my theories. I have no idea what's right, what's wrong. I know this was like 13 minutes, and what can you do? All right, let's go back to this. I just wanted to make sure to get it. We're heading into like a second act here, so I really needed to take time to sit down and think about things. It's been a week for me since I've played. Like, I spent all week just dreaming and thinking and, like, I don't know, I guess editing, because I've been going over those scenes multiple times. Oh yeah, I forgot to even add... Oh yeah, I just haven't discussed the one thing I did while we were gone. I locked all my abilities. I upgraded Wicked Wheel and Flames of Rebirth, which apparently has another upgrade. I thought I already upgraded it once, but that is expensive. So I upgraded Flames of Rebirth, and what else did I do? Oh, and I upgraded Limit Break, so now I have 3 bars of Limit Break. Then, while I was in between work sessions, I S-ranked everything except for this fight. I did not even try this fight. I was busy editing all the other stuff from around this fight that I was like, I want to wait to go back here because I've seen it like 15 times at this point. So I went through and just S-ranked everything and practiced the combat to get used to having 3 icons at once. So hopefully battles will be quicker. Well, it's not a big deal, but it's a good nod to Sid. When Clive is in saving those people in Costness, or Costnice, however you want to call that place, and he like comes out and like shows this lightning on his arm and he says, "I'm here to even the odds. Are there any objections?" It didn't even piece it together that's literally he was just copying Sid from King's Fall. So he really is like truly embodying Sid, or trying to at least, which I thought that was a good nod. That wasn't entirely obvious, but it was great. Oh, also, since I'm an idiot, can I get a... Yeah, the brand scar. You're a little fuzzy right now, honestly, Clive. The whole last episode, at the end, I was like, how'd you get that scar? That's weird. What happened to your face in the past 5 years? Obviously, there was a brand there, and it's gone now. And I remember talking to an NPC in, like, episode 3, who was like, Tarja could probably remove that scar for you, basically. So, clearly, he had Tarja remove the scar for him. Alright, so this episode's going to be an extra 16 minutes, because I want at least full episode, despite all this talking. And, yeah, so before we look around, I'm just going to get set up quick. Alright. We already talked to the Spooning Bard. Oh, I do have to see what songs I have.
Any more knuckle pies?
Oh, sadly not. Molly used the last of the chocobo in a stew.
Oh, how dare you? I know it's normal in their world, but how dare you mention eating chocobos? Which, is this the one? No, we already had this. Oh, Our Terms is the new one. Yeah, that's the second Hideaway theme, I guess. I like this one. I like them both, but I feel like the first one is more Sid's theme than the Hideaway itself. Oh. To marinate yard chocobo. Oh no. Prepare hen by draining blood and removing both head and feet. Awful. Particularly the heart and liver should be set aside for later use. Stir into a bowl a deep bowl watered wine. Stir into a deep bowl watered wine, preferably the red variety, honey, salt, pepper, nutmeg, and any other seasonal savory herbs, if you so desire. Add to the bowl the dressed bird and let it lay in a dark room for a single turn of the sun. I hate the idea that I'm picturing a chocobo this whole time. Break the breastbone and ready your force meat thusly. Chop together the heart and liver of the chocobo and mix it with the crumb of stale barm and pepio or kupo nuts soaked in boil cream. beaten mace, and as much time as will lie on a gill penny, and fill the bird, but not overly so. Lard the breast with boar bacon and spit the bird, tying it at both ends that the forcemeat not spill into the coils. Roast until skin is golden brown, taking care to baste regularly with drippings. I feel... You know what? We also cook chickens. I can't...
Shelves are closed. The sign outside should have told you. Yeah, the sign outside should have told you.
But there's no sign.
The shelves. Is this where Tomes is? I would assume so. This looks like a... Or is this... Because this is an airship. This kind of looks like the front of the airship. I'm curious. Yeah, I haven't looked around at all. I ran right to that stone.
Blood on it.
That's all I did. Karen.
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
Oh, we can learn about the past 5 years. Thank you. Hideaway.
They won't hear me complaining.
It's even roomier than the old one was. Got my own stores, my own little counter. And thanks to you lot fighting the good fight, plenty of demand for the
The only
wares.
drawback
Is the constant bloody racket. If it's not Doris and Otto barking their orders, it's Blackthorn and Bardolph banging away day and night. I don't know two of those people.
still.
If a pain in the ear hole's the price I have to pay to be Sid the Outlaw's partner in crime, I'd say I've got myself a bargain. Alright, 5 years ago. Or past 5 years. Has it really been 5 years since we left the old place? How time
I remember
flies.
it like it was yesterday.
We were all waiting to treat Sid to a hero's welcome when Kupka's lot turned up. Not that we knew it was them. They just poured in like a plague of rats, cutting down anyone and anything that stood in their way. Blood and bodies everywhere there was, and a voice crying out for Sid to save us in the midst of it all. I'll never forget those cries, try as I might.
You're our leader now, Clive.
Promise me you won't let anything like that happen again. Promise me that, come what may, Sid will save us.
Go on, then.
I hope it doesn't happen again. Once is enough. They wouldn't do that. I feel like this hideaway is going to be fine for the whole game. Automatically charges magic spells and maintains the charge until cast. Oh. Accessory effect will not trigger unless you learn charge magic. Yeah. Interesting. Maintaining an ethereal charge can prove as deadly to a bearer as unleashing the magic itself. These earrings are believed to assist in the channeling of ether by reducing the amount drawn from the body and augmenting it with ambient ether from the environment. Okay. I'd love to buy you, but I'm gonna wait because I have not that much money and everything's expensive. Increase limit break generation amount by 3% when dealing damage. As good as that might be, I get limit break all the time and kind of sit on it a little bit already, so. Crimson is the color of the blood that feeds my rage. Traditional battle invocation. Cobalt is the color of the blade that feeds my pain. Oh. Increase limit break generation when taking damage by 6%. Okay. Let's see. I don't use these abilities right now. I love Heatwave. I just wish I was better at it. Oh. The DLC earrings were not that great. Apparently we can get EXP and guild increases just fine. Increase ability points in normal encounters. I'll be honest, out of any of them, I'm getting this.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Ability points are probably more important to me than Gil. Also, oh no, what did you equip over? All right, let's sell the things. 1,000.
Is that all?
I don't.
You just kind of took over something. You took over Rising Flames. No. I want you to take over Gouge, because I don't care about that doing damage. I just care about the hits. Wages of Warcraft. Awesome. Also... Oh, no. I was testing abilities, but I ended up liking Pile Drive and Thunderstorm the most. Yeah. Everything's still the same there.
Oh, perhaps I should just have Blackthorn make me a...
Clive!
Goots!
You're back! You didn't happen to run out of potions while you're away, did you? We've
I never.
a fine selection of tonics and tinctures. Perhaps you'd be interested in some new accoutrement. Gear.
He's trying. He's getting there.
Clive, you're back.
Okay.
You.
I'm sorry, Goots. Okay, that's one off the list. Goots is fine.
Back, are ya?
Hideaway,
Things here ain't too bad.
I suppose. I got a decent hammer, a decent anvil, an apprentice that knows his hammer from his cock. Is that... Oh, so those people... Karen talked about... I forgot his name already. I'll have to talk to him after. Oh, and the furnace is all right and all. Thanks to old Sid's bellows. The gods only know how I'd keep the coals hot enough out here on the mirror without them. Not with bloody crystals, that's for sure. No, I reckon you won't find a forge like this one anywhere else in the Twins, and I count myself lucky to work it. Thanks for keeping me on. You need anything, give us a shout. Yeah, you've come around to Clive, that's for sure.
You've forgotten already?
He's been the leader for 5 years, I guess.
Because I haven't.
It was a right pain in the arse getting this place into shape, especially with the mess we were in. Not that it was anything new for those of us who put the old Hideaway together. Still, that don't mean I intend on doing it again. Yeah, that's fair.
What's that for you, dear?
Oh. From heaven on high, far did his bolt fall for to deliver justice. Economaki? Book of Levin. Huh. Oh yeah, Book of Gales, Book of Brown. I never noticed those before. I did realize when I was like complaining, or not complaining, but like, why can't I upgrade the Flame Tongue? This is upgrading the Flame Tongue. You're using the Flame Tongue here. 195, damn.
No scratches, right?
Accessories aren't that great. Yeah, no, we're good on those.
Fine.
If you told me you could fire a forge without a crystal or a bearer before I came here, I'd have taken you for a madman. But no, here it is. The secret's in the bellows, you know. They're Master Sid's own design. The other Master Sid. If you told me you could fire a forge without a crystal or a bearer before I came...
A Thanasi? Off limits. That means you. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll... Oh, wait. Okay, we'll check Clive's chamber, and then we'll go up and do a counterclockwise loop. That's not the person Karen mentioned. Clive, you got a big room. I'd say that's a window, but... Huh. Wall of Memories. Oh. Created the day Clive pledged his allegiance to Sid. This crystal shard, transfixed with twin daggers, is a powerful reminder of a promise made, a friendship forged, and a legacy inherited. The best part about this is, even though I haven't seen Gav, I know he's okay, because he grabbed this. I like this Wall of Memories music. So, Wall of Trinkets? I wonder what else we'll put in there. I feel like I just got out of the tutorial. Like the game feels like it's about to start. I don't know why. All right, this whole episode's gonna be in the Hideaway, I swear.
Look, Sid. Squeaks wants to meet you.
Oh.
I can keep him, can't I? Can't I?
Clive, why don't you talk back? Can I have first person? No. They don't want you to see that rat up close. Bet you it doesn't look as good. Actually, it looks pretty good. Not that rats
This plank will
look
have to
good.
be replaced.
Nearly half the crates were lost to bandits.
But half weren't, and their contents will see us through the season.
Damn, the backyard.
Where did I put that sack of lime? Sack of lime.
Oh, Wayne.
That they bloomed at all is a blessing in itself.
I can't believe the random NPCs here all have names. Solange. Like that's, you could have just said deckhand, something. What do you mean by that? Oh, that's helping them grow? Hey there, what's going on here?
Here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it clear. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
Did you say Mid? Oh, please tell me Mid is a young engineer, teenager. Is this Mid?
Much was lost when
Nigel.
the first hideaway fell. Colleagues and friends. Years of hard work. But we did not let that loss defeat us. And our work will not be in vain. No. The spirits of our fallen comrades live on in every leaf and limb you see here.
Experimental record. Mixed equal parts first-rate vineyard humus from, oh no, Galton's? I forgot how they pronounced it, bales. Galton's bales with deadland soil. Of the 6 cuttings planted therein, 2 survived to flower, only to wither and die within a sennight. How long is that? 7 nights? A week? Even amalgamated with the finest imperial loam, the blighted earth is still affecting a nutritional deficiency. It might be remedied with some further source of nourishment, saltpeter or potash, or the dung of a racing chocobo. It shall be the subject of my next round of experiments. Were you the guy? Need to double check something after this. After excising from the trunk, dry for 3 to 5 turns of the sun until brittle to the touch. Grind into mortar and add to warm coral milk to remedy gout, melancholy, and moon sickness. Wow. Caution recommended when harvesting, as the host may grow disquieted. Okay. I want to see who the guy I was that I did that one quest for, who didn't care for his assistant. Okay, so apparently that guy's name was Bohumil? Chief of Botany? He's not around here. I wonder if he survived. Also, the girl that was with him, Martel. I don't see her anywhere either. It's hard to know who lived and who didn't. All right, we'll head up this way. All right. God, this is probably the coolest hideout, like visually. Just middle of a lake. It's not very hidden though. I feel like people wouldn't know that we're here. Be hard to attack us though, unless you're Titan.
Shirley says I can't go and play until I finish my sums.
Well then hurry up and finish them. We need 3 for curling geese.
Sid, we were just about to start our next lesson. You're welcome to join us, but be warned. I tolerate absolutely no tomfoolery.
What? That's not Sid. He wouldn't be tomfoolerying. I mean, Clive. I mean, Sid. What do I call him now? I'm so confused. Book of Sums. Old farmer Otto keeps the both chocobos and antelopes. After 5 of his stock fell ill, he put them in his barn to rest. However, Otto woke the next morning to discover that a leg eater had found its way into the barn and devoured 3 of the limbs on one of his antelopes. Oh my god. To make certain all remaining legs were accounted for, he did a tally and was satisfied when he counted 13. Question: how many chocobos were in the barn? Wait. You're teaching the kids math with this? I mean, this is understandable. Otto.
Good day to you, Sid.
I thought it was going to be a real story, but no, it's
catch a wink with all the clamour in the hall. The atrium's quiet this time of day.
It sure is. That's where we are right now.
Sid, what's the special occasion?
You're welcome to join us for a spell, if you think Jill won't mind.
Oh, this is the hot springs. Special occasion? Okay, so apparently Clive rarely comes up to
The
here.
Lawsman says I can borrow as many books as I can carry. This was all I could carry.
That's a big book. All right. How much do we have left to search? The bunks, the infirmary's closed. I guess, yeah, if it doesn't auto us, we'll check here and then the boarding area again quick, and then we'll head to auto. I have no idea. He's probably going to tell us to look around the new hideout anyway. But, you know, since we've already looked around, I'll just skip to those points when we get there.
No one works longer or harder than our Otto. You can scour the whole of Storm and Ash, and you won't find a better man.
Wow. Hopeless romantic indeed. You gonna do anything about it? You gonna go talk to him? Although some people...
How'd you manage that? I had some help, but it was mostly luck. The others weren't so lucky.
Some people are just, you know, happier to stay at a distance. Then technically you're a stalker, though. Compendium of Rosarian Verse. The rills run red with brave men's blood, and to the talons flow in flood. Then out to sea. But those same souls, whose souls are touched by flames in phoenix claws, are clutched, and ne'er shall die. So dry thine eyes, thy groom is gone, but in thy babe is his light lives on, and so shall he. Interesting. I'm wondering when this is written, if this is just about, like, the Phoenix faith in general, or... I can't wait for Clive to actually say something now. He's just listening to people as he goes by, but I need to know what he thinks
Lady Tyra
about
is
stuff.
performing a delicate operation and must not be disturbed. I'll let her know you called.
Okay. Oh, Nectar, you're okay. That's a hunt board, isn't it? Please be a hunt board. You're wondering what this new board is behind me, aren't you? All in good time, my furless friends. All in good time.
War is brewing. I can feel it.
Got a stolus there. History of Valisthean jurisprudence? The signing of the Continental Accord marks the beginning of a modern era in Valisthea. Where the realm had once been riven by hatred and mistrust, the Accord built bridges, affecting many of the areas of realm-wide cooperation that persist to this day. A shared currency, shared calendar, and common system of bearer ownership, chief among its epoch, making achievements. Alas, in the years since the Accord signing, many of these old rifts have reopened. It is for us to follow in the footsteps of our forebears and wholeheartedly endeavor to usher in a new age of peace and unity. Oh my god, I forgot. Well, doesn't really matter. Hey, what about the boatkeeper, though? An old friend of Otto's from his merchant seaman days, now serving as a ferryman between the shores of Benumere and Clive's Hideaway. Huh. Knowing him to be a trustworthy and tight-lipped fellow, Otto invited him to join their cause after Sid's death, that he and his trusty skiff might help them build and operate their new hideaway in the lake. Clive, you have too much stuff. Yeah. Ally of Sid the Outlaw. Ally. He is Sid the Outlaw now. Much more, not only the firstborn, but also the dominant of Ifrit. In the death of his mentor, he and Jill strive to continue the legacy. The light of Ramu forever in his heart. I am a little curious about this, but I probably... Okay, this place was actually established under Clive's leadership. Titan's destruction. Here, a community of like-minded individuals gather where people can live and die on their own terms. It is built within fallen ruins deep within the Deadlands of Central Storm. I was wondering how close it is to the old hideout. Decidedly unlike its predecessor, however, it is located in the center of a lake, Benumere, or however you say that, Benamir, across whose waters any invading enemy can easily be spotted long before their arrival. Okay, so that was an intentional decision to do. Where... I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. Where's Benamir? However you say this. Because this right here, this is nothing. This black spot means Deadlands. So we entered here, but we don't actually know where we are. We could be over here for all we know. Or anywhere. Wait, this is all Deadlands too. Is this where the Ironbloods are? I had this stupid thought this entire game so far where I don't know why I thought the Ironbloods and Sandbreck were the same because they said north and Ironblood happened to invade Rosaria after Sandbreck came and invaded Phoenix Gate, so I was like, okay, they're working together. But then, like, we got hired as assassins to take out Shiva, who was owned by the Ironbloods, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. Like, I thought it was the same people. It was a strange thoughts. My brain doesn't work sometimes. All right, I think we've fully... Yeah, let's go talk to Otto, finally. Story. I think I'm going to put chapters in this video simply for...
All operations are suspended until further notice.
For this reason.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army.
Okay.
Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Okay. The map room.
Still can't work that one out? There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
I learned something new. You'll be the first to know. Now off you go.
What? Am I supposed to know you? Vivian.
I'd trust I'm not intruding.
Is that the
Back
daughter?
from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Please tell me. Exactly how we... Oh.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots.
Oh my god, I love this.
Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind.
Damn.
The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
The Ironblood are all the way over there now?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even?
Sure. First of all, I'm going to check this because I was curious. She's clearly from the Crystalline Domain. Crystalline Domain. Words. And we attempted to assassinate her and ended up recruiting her instead. That's what it sounds like. A scholar and strategist who makes her home in the Hideaway, analyzing every shred of evidence that comes in from the wider world in order to divine the dispositions of the realm's armies and those who lead them. She offers her insight to Clive, that he might better understand the lay of the land. The moniker Ninetails, of which she herself is fond, was gifted her by her fellow scholars in recognition of her ability to speak at length on almost any subject. Okay. Wait, why do you have more stuff now? Oh, now it updated to his other one. Okay.
Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was, adequate.
Oh, good.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Uh-oh. What is this that you have to offer here?
Ah, my favorite pupil.
Oh, I can just view the state of the realm. Well, we gotta learn about you, of course.
One would think.
My role was abundantly clear by now. I offered you and yours the guiding light of knowledge, that of matters military and political, both past and present, that it might illuminate your way ahead. For it is only by understanding what has come before that one might steer one's way toward a brighter future. Your role, meanwhile, is to ensure that I remain furnished with as much information on the state of the realm as your people can muster, in order that I might continue to appraise the dispositions of the great nations and those who rule. And, of course, to pay attention during my lectures. Lectures. It would not do to appoint the storied Ninetails as your tutor, only to disregard her expert advice. That's fair.
I admit.
When I took up my professor's bonnet and began teaching at the University of Conver. Conver's part of the crystalline dome? I did not think for a moment that I would one day count Sid the Outlaw among my pupils. I thought it was much farther away, but it sounds like we might meet Sid's daughter at some point. Unless this is her, but I kind of doubt that. But nor did I imagine that my fellow educators would have designs on my life. And we both know how that ended. Has it been a year already? Such is the peril of an overly inquisitive mind, I suppose. One is wont to uncover that which others would go to great lengths to ensure remains hidden. Did you learn that they were planning to destroy the mother crystals? Were it not for you and our mutual friend having come to the rescue, my curiosity would likely have proved fatal. Oh, maybe someone else was assassinating her. I thought it was the same as Jill in the beginning. Like, we were going after her, but then we decided to help her. But instead, I was not only saved, but granted a new lease on life. As personal tutor to a band of outlaws, no less.
A far more reputable fellowship
than anything in the academic world, I assure you. Okay. All right, tell me about this place.
My beloved homeland.
Dominion, not domain. My brain. My beloved homeland, the crossroads of Valisthea, where one only has to stroll the streets to hear news from every far-flung corner of the realm. Its mother crystal yields more shards than any other, and its lands, even now, remain untouched by the blight. It is a blessed country, indeed.
Or at least, it was.
Until Sanbreque elected to invade and establish a new holy capital upon Twinside's heretofore neutral shores. It pains me to see the land I loved so changed, and even more to know that I did not predict that. They knew that Emperor Sylvester had designs on the Dominion, but to abandon Oriflame, the seat of the Holy Empire, since its inception, seemed too audacious a move even for him. It also seemed like he not only did that, but he might have, planned or known about the Ether Flood. They clearly left everything behind because of the Ether Flood. Otherwise, they would have kept both places, probably. But it seems like he might have caused it, or, woken a catalyst of it. I don't know how that would work. I don't know.
How may I help you today?
Speak with her in the map room, view the state of the realm, and learn about the current goings-on in Valisthea. Revisit any of the past lessons, or take a deeper look at the relationships of those individuals in Clive's orbit. Oh my... what? Holy hell.
I have the details here.
This is just amazing. What? Detailed visualization of character relationships in 16 that updates as you progress. L1 R1 to cycle through pivotal milestones. Oh, okay. So this is the past. Oh, And I can bring up... Okay. Persons of interest? Oh, I can get list formation. Damn. All right. Okay, you're showing that as deceit. What do you have to say after the death? Oh no, we've read this before. Yeah, it's the same. Ambrosia. Yeah, saved him from certain death at the cost of an eye, a price she'd gladly pay. Wouldn't it say dead? Is Ambrosia not dead? They were like knocked out when we burned Murdoch alive. Did we not burn Ambrosia alive? Swallowed by the flames of the raging phoenix. Why do you have no connection? Shouldn't you have a connection to Sir Wade at least? I missed that guy. He had just the most upbeat a man named Marbury. This is not fair. This is not true. The hooded man is different. I don't know how to describe that. I still feel like it was just Ultima in Joshua's body in our head. Because he can time travel. Or something. Wait a minute. This is Death in the Defile? What? This time arid waste. My God, what is... Huh. I'm going to go through this on my own a bit after we're all done here, but... So these stay on the board. They're just, like, blocked off now. I guess the links are the ones that are tied to, like, events that happen. Like, what does this handshake mean? Oh, Tarja was helping Jill. So was Sid helping Jill. I became friends with the fine hound and the hideaway leader. Benedict, yeah, I see. Okay. Interesting. They did not need to do this. This was unnecessary in a good way. Like, you didn't have to. People could have just played the game. An otherworldly being that Clive encountered in the inner sanctum. He addressed Clive as Mythos, yes, before attempting to merge their consciousness. Clive was able to summon the will to resist, where Joshua returned from the dead to imprison him in a cage of flame that he sealed away in his own heart. I need to know more. Oh, this is before that then. It says he's very much alive. And this person. I don't know why I believe this is Sid's daughter.
Very
I just
good.
do. Oh, wait.
And how may I assist you today? Here you are.
The situation map. Here you can view a detailed list, a detailed overview of current and past events relevant to the story. Okay. Okay, so they have like a map. Weird. Yeah, this is where the Iron Blood were, but then the Blight took over all of it, so they moved into Rosaria, basically. Which is why they're here now. Huh. Yep. All of this information we already know. The only thing I want to find here, where is our lake? There's the hideaway. There's Costness. Where's this lake? Is it seriously like on the edge of the Deadlands? 'Cause it's not on the map. Like visually, there's no water, but I guess it's a small lake in the grand scheme of things. Huh. It is really cool.
Thus ends today's lesson.
Thank you. I bet I would still be willing to bet that 90% of people just like, oh, cool, and then never look at it again. I don't doubt that. It's probably not for everyone.
Clive, is everything all right?
Very all right.
Look,
also,
Sid.
she called me Clive.
Everyone seems so happy to see us. It's good to be home.
So some people still call us Clive. Wait, you weren't here before.
I am a tinker by trade, but I've always been fascinated with the art of healing. If only there were a salve to mend a broken engine.
In the future. Oh, this is before the cockpit. Well, what I would consider mithril. A mineral most mighty. Mithril is a material of both passing hardness and luster, and it is these two qualities for which it is valued by the weapon and armor smiths of the realm. However, there's a third quality of mithril that sets it apart from steel or shell. It's durance. While even the finest steel may be melted by dragon's fire, become brittle in frigid climes, or turn to rust if not regularly and rightly oiled, mithril is, once made, eternally unchanging. In this volume, I'll explain how to go about making, shaping, and employing it.
Old Tome said the Hideaway is built inside an airship. Said it was called the Invincible.
Excuse me? This kind of resembles the Invincible. Oh no, the Invincible is a lot smaller.
Norseman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
I just realized something. Clive is kind of like stealing summons, right? In a way. Well, he's not stealing the Eikon itself, but like he's stealing from summoners. And the ship he is on is the Invincible, or that he made a hideout of. That's got to be a nod to 9. It's got to be. It's probably no I on the bottom of the ship, though. On gods and men. Finding one of Anaximander of Canver, a renowned theologian who spent most of his life chronicling Valisthea's diverse religious history. What a name. Anaximander.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same, but alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
Oh, yeah?
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
What?
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
You're kidding. Can he not see Moogles?
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day.
I gotta be honest, Holmes. I had an
we'll be back soon.
entire week.
I should get some rest while I can.
I had an entire week of just resting and waiting to play.
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive?
Yeah, we got a hideaway.
Look around you.
Oh, right. While it is a far cry from the Imperial Library in Oriflame, in 5 short years, we've amassed more volumes than most men or women might hope to see in their lifetime. No longer are the tales that they contain hidden away from all, but the privileged. We have liberated them, that they may fill the minds of all who hunger for knowledge. There is much more out there, and as long as I draw breath, I shall continue to gather what I can. One day, a chronicle of your own adventures might even grace these shelves, or failing that, the floor. No, at this point, it might have to.
It has been difficult, certainly.
You're gonna run out of shelves. When Titan visited his wrath upon us on that dreadful night, we lost much. He robbed us not only of our homes and our loved ones, but of that which Sid fought fiercest to preserve, our hope. Hope that we might never have found again had you not taken his name and become our light in the darkness.
Had you not led us here.
To Benamir and the Invincible, where, among the ghosts of the fallen, our journey can continue. You're in the belly of a Leviathan, untouched by the passing of 1,000 years. Does our hope burn brighter than ever? And here may it burn for 1,000 more. Oh, it'd be interesting if we got Leviathan reveal.
I still remember.
At the lake. The day I first met Tet and Crow, chasing their father about the hideaway one moment, clinging to their mother's kirtle the next. The twins' love for their parents was something to behold, so fierce and pure. When they passed, I feared the void they left in the children's lives could never be filled. Neither spoke nor smiled for years, hiding themselves away here in the shelves to bury their sorrows in the leaves of these tomes.
And thank goodness they did.
For I believe the stories proved a welcome distraction, as over time their pain faded, and now they laugh and frolic as they once did, if not with more vigor. They remind us that no matter how deep our wounds, we all have the capacity to heal, and that happiness lost may be found again.
I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
I am most certainly going to skip while I look through these. We are seeing gap before the end.
Today?
But I'm assuming there's a lot. How did I not get that much? Like, how much lore do you actually need? God, I'm a little worried to see bestiary kind of filling this quickly. Oh. I mean, I guess it's just like types of things. Like, there are bombs, but there could also be like grenades. But I don't know. I'm hoping there's still, more enemies, or at least you throw some unique ones that don't belong in the bestiary. Even if they're humans, they would probably be in persons if they were humans then. Or maybe they're just nameless, even. Are the other things in here? The undead? I don't see wraiths or anything. They're not even in this list. So, some enemies aren't even listed. Huh. Alright. So I'm going to go through these and I'll point out anything I find interesting if I see it. Alright, so far I have found quite a few things that are interesting. Oh, I never read Costnice? Cosnus? Just double checking. Okay. So I was constantly like, was that her head? Is there a chance Benedict is alive or whatever? I could have just read this. I definitely overlooked this one. They discuss vengeance for the brutal beheading of Benedicta Harmon. That's why they were coming after it. So they're straight up admitting it. That pretty much takes that theory, any other theory I had, out the window. Like, at least we have solid evidence on that now. It sounds like there are a few in here. It's kind of hard to. There's just so many that I go through that I'm like, what did I do? But this one states that the lake is in the Blighted Lands on the southern edge. So on the map, we just don't see an actual lake, but it is like right there, exactly where the icon shows. I thought that was just where we entered from and maybe took a boat from there. But yeah, it's in the Blighted Lands, which is weird because like, it's like water is unaffected. It seems like this is like unblighted, unless it's like outside of the blight. But then we're so close to it that wouldn't we be affected eventually? Wouldn't this be a bad place to like camp out, you know? And then in the, I think I had something in the bestiary I wanted to go over, but I can't. I can't remember. No. It was on persons of interest. One of these people had something. This one, I guess I never put it together that Kenneth actually died that night, who lost his life in the night of Hugo's attack. I don't know why I thought he was at the counter, but I was absolutely wrong on that front. As far as everyone else, I don't think any of these other things are really things we don't already know, because I read through pretty much all of them. I never actually read through and saved this one, because I reloaded my save after I went through some of the tomes before. So I don't know if I actually showed this one, but it does. This is where it says, who won his throne at least partly by virtue of his son Dion, having awakened to Bahamut. So that's where that information comes from, because it doesn't actually state it anywhere. Also, Medicine Girl has a profile. Just Medicine Girl. It's kind of weird. Like a lot of people that get profiles, it's like they're not important, but maybe they will be, or maybe it's just people who are in like well, not pre-rendered, but like in important cutscenes that show up, end up on this list. And I think, yeah. All right, I'm going to do one more pass, and then we're done. All right. Okay, so they are actually like straight up quoting Mythos here as it appears to be a title for vessel for the vessel for limitless power. So that kind of explains why he said it. I thought there was a little more. There still might be more to it itself, but like that explains that question that I've had. Like, what is Mythos? I thought Mythos was like an ancient being, like with the power to absorb that was passed down to Clive or something. What is going on with these gold ones? Oh, were these the ones that were given to me for leveling up? I think they were, because there's only a few of them. The other thing I wanted to point out, priming had a little bit added. Apparently, priming, you can prime even in the Deadlands, but you take an even heavier crystal curse when you do so, like or toll on the body from the crystal's curse. So you can't use magic in the Deadlands normally. Like you physically can't. You could walk into the Deadlands and try to use magic in game, and it actually won't let you. So, like, even dominance and bears can't use magic unless they prime, it seems. So that might explain why they do some fighting in the Deadlands, because it's the best place to like avoid them being able to use magic. But, oh yeah, and magic barriers. This is going to have some sort of importance later, just based on the final thing of it. It's a ward that you can summon with the Eikon's power, nigh impervious barrier that no magic can cross. It requires continuous channeling of ether through the summoner's flesh, taking a heavy toll upon him. The larger the barrier, the greater the burden. I'm just going to keep that in mind because, like, if we see other barriers in the future, the larger it is, the more we know it's going to affect them. That, and I think that was the last one that I had to look at. I think we're good to go. I know this has been, like, just constant exploration and lore this episode, but it's probably in the title. And
did you learn everything you needed?
I absolutely needed to do it, honestly. Like, I needed to have an episode where I, like, chilled out, basically. So this... Oh.
Knock back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. I look
she a soldier now?
Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Otto stole us. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
Her hair's long now. Interesting.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Okay, so Gav brought a letter. Yeah, she is dressed for, like, I mean, clearly she's still working in the infirmary, but it seems like she goes out and fights now. You don't wear that when you're just, you know, helping people. I'm afraid this is going to lead into a long cutscene. It probably is. I think it might be best to... You know what? No, we're seeing it.
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk.
Okay. Oh. Reading table. Reports, letters, and other missives addressed at the reading table. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check it every time you return. Okay? The Republican... Oh, I'm not blocking them. We're good. The Republican army marches on the Empire. Why don't you have an eye patch, Gav? It would be so cool. At Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return. Okay.
What does Gav
done
have
to
say?
wear?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance, the one we've been waiting for.
Or there's a lot of stuff that
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the Hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an Eikon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash.
But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
You still have the feather?
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
He passed out at the worst
Do you
time.
think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
Actually, it's gonna make him catch him off guard, too. Oh, and an alarm go off.
To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
The Sid. Gonna go destroy them all. He's fine. I knew it. Thank God. I've been... Got a new outfit, too.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
I don't know. You need to go ask him. Not the sky. Because I really want to know what you're actually doing. He's got Ultima in him right now.
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
Oh, hell no. Martha? The Gathering
What
Storm.
would make Martha leave the rest?
Being captured for knowing people. Oh boy. Oh my god. Yeah, longest episode. Who would have thought? I do want to...
No, perhaps I should just have...
Have we any more knuckle?
Oh, this is the current song. The Hideaway song keeps changing. Sorrow's faded form. This is an interesting one. All right. Before we speak to Otto, I'm going to end it here. We're going to be more focused from here on. We got all of the looking around done. We've entered a second act, new thumbnail, new part of the story. It's the only way I could differentiate it. It feels like a season 2, basically, in my opinion. Doesn't feel like a final season, that's for sure. It feels like a middle season to me. I don't... You know what? No. Before I go on for 100 more hours of talking, I will see you in the next one. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you like it. And I'll see you in the next one.